NBA debate. Got to ask Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish versus Duncan and Robinson. Which side would I take? This is a great question. And it's going to surprise you because I'm going to answer it in a way that I can't really answer straight because I'll tell you why. If I had to pick on tag team, I'm taking McHale and Parrish. If I'm taking it based on individualized, it's Duncan and Robinson. Both Duncan and Robinson were league MVPs. So automatically, they each were multiple winners, which McHale and Parrish did, but they had bigger impact. When we have the debates about the greatest NBA centers ever, Dave Robinson tends to probably be ahead of Robert Parrish. We know Tim Duncan's ahead of Kevin McHale, though the people that play with Kevin McHale, including Charles Barkley, think he was the greatest player he played against. McHale was like an octopus and had many moves. I give McHale a lot of props because he was a six-man who became an all-time great player. That's very rare. Very rare. Ironically, the other guy that comes to mind that did that was James Harden, who actually was coached by Kevin McHale. But James Harden never had the work ethic as Kevin McHale. Only if he did, we'd be having a different discussion. But the McHale Parrish as teammates had more impact because as the front court with Larry Bird, they were dominant. And they won rings in the early 80s. They were very dominant. Um, Duncan and Robinson won multiple rings together as well. But they weren't seen as that formidable front dynamic as McHale and Parrish. So this is one of those real odd situations where I have to break it down into one thing or another because again, as a duo, I'm taking McHale and Parrish. They move me more, but Duncan and Robinson to me were better individual players, have bigger up the food chain for what they did. Rob Parrish is one of the most underrated centers ever. I know he had that ugly shot and he would scare you, and McHale would scare you, imagery and his shot. But they were clutch. They were big time players. There's no doubt about it. It's just that Duncan and Robinson, it's just a different levels and it's just like a different way that they hit you. And it was ugly style of basketball too, but they also had a versatility. It was something smooth because Tim Duncan was called the big fundamental for a reason. Dave Robinson was the admiral. Robert Parrish was the chief. Kevin McHale was like Herman Monster. And you were just waiting for the knots to twist and turn. But it's very compelling. Very compelling. It's one of those things that, you look at it and you're kind of like, yeah, this is a good, it's a very compelling story because I have to think about how I go about this argument with it and, um, where I put it, um, how I look at them because it makes for an interesting layering to um, the four or so mentioned. Like I like one duo more, but then the other duo to me had a better impact as individual players. And I don't think I've ever been asked a question like that before where I had to sit there and I had to think about it. But yeah, I had to put this one on my mind. This one had to really take the time to digest, to put this in perspective and um, make this one work. So I think that's where I'm gonna go with this one. I think I'm going to take McHale and Parrish over Duncan and Robinson as far as a duo. But I think Duncan and Robinson were better individual players. But you tell me what you think. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share it if you like, and hit that membership because when you do requests like this, I make them come true. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay real, stay woke, stay free. And again, this is a good question. Front court to front court. I'm out.